It can hold over 82,000 fans, and every one of those seats is filled for this one, as our coverage of the NFL brings us to MetLife Stadium. Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And away we go from East Rutherford. This return starts at the 5. Finds some space, he's past the 30. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Daniels going to throw to get us started. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Putting a receiver in motion. Play fake here. Daniels connects on the crosser. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Again, Daniels to the air. He's got it! Touchdown, Washington! He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Point after from Carlson is up and good. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Warriors 70. Buffalo 18. Check go.
Throwing now, Milton. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That is not a good omen at all. You spend so much time, Kate, on the first 15 plays, and that first play, you've rehearsed it in your head over and over as a quarterback, as an offensive line. You never, ever want to go backwards, have such a negative play, but now you got to flush it and quickly move on.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
17 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down. 19 tight.
3rd down from the gun. That's incomplete left side.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Fields this at the 19. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Commanders will go on offense. On first down, here's Daniels. Forced out to his right. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Offense up to the line fast. After the sack, another pass on second down. And it's caught. This is Jalen Wright. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Third and short, Daniels. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Commanders will have a first. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
That's caught for the first. And they get this down to the 28. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. They have themselves another first and 10. They kick the running back in motion. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. So that brings up second down. He'll try left side out of the option. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
Milton back to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Second and 10 now. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he officially gets them into the red zone before going out at the 20. It's a gain of 29 yards. And it's good enough for a New York first down. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority and the majority.
Has it down close. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Neither side separating much so far. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Second quarter about to get underway, and an opportunity to score here for the Giants. Gonna keep this one and go. And they're gonna touch him down after a short pickup. Offense in the hurry up here. QB sneak coming. And he's gonna be touched down right at the line, so no gain on the play.
That's what I call a good old-fashioned willpower play. Who's got more will and who's got more power to move the man in front of them? Defense won that one.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. And he will score. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants parlay the interception into points. PAT up and good for Moody. And the Giants tie this game 7-7. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Devin Duvernay to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Slot man motioned over. Now Daniels off the play action. Higgins makes the catch. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Bobby Okereke making that stop. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring the...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here. Third and long for Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, I know some old school coaches, maybe some former NFL quarterbacks who would have this guy running stairs after that drop, partner. Hit or no hit. That was a catch there that would have meant a 1st down.
Yeah, that's why that's old school, okay, Kate? The new school coaches and quarterbacks know how hard it is in this league with the contact. Know how valuable those contested catches are. Credit the defense for making the play on that one.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Milton. He's got him. That's Tracy. How about 29 yards on 1st down? And a fresh set of downs on its way. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. From the gun, it's Tracy. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Man in motion here. Here's 2nd and 5. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Emmanuel Forbes makes the play. And he makes the Hefco. It's a touchdown on the pick six. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30. Getting right back to it after that interception. Gets everything he has under this throw. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Charvarius Ward picks it off. And the Commanders get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
And that one's behind him. That's incomplete.
That's just a total team effort right there, Kate. Defense was relentless on that play. Some of them chased him from the pocket, the others, well, they took away the easy throwing lane, and it really influenced that incompletion.
And that's good for a gain of 5. Drew Phillips making the tackle. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down. From the gun, it's Daniels. To the right, hauled in by Jefferson. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Daniels on first down. He's on the move. He tucks it and takes off. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. Out of the gun, Daniels. This has been a trend, yet another interception. That's Cole Bishop. And the Giants are going to take over after his 9th interception of the season. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up first and 10. A give to Tracy up the middle. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 45 on second down. Buys time, rolling right. Like a good target, Brock. Neighbors is there. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's first and 10. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. The Giants using their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
And he nearly broke it for 6. He steps in at the 3-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal. From the red zone now. The back grabs it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Timeout called, and that's going to be the second for New York. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Ball at the 2 here for second and goal.
Let's go now.
Tracy. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Giants pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. On is Moody for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants tie things up at 14. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Returning it from the 4. Returns looking good so far. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. 16 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can...
Big gain downfield. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders take the lead just before halftime. Carlson to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. From his own end zone, here we go. And he's wishing he left this one in the end zone, Brock, as he goes out of bounds short of the 25. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down.
Let's go.
Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he could not break beyond the line, so that's how our half's going to end. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
Trying for the deep ball. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Mike Samuel makes the play. And the Commanders get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. And it doesn't matter who gets that ball to start the second half because he picks it off on the very first play.
I wonder at halftime, down there in that locker room on the whiteboard, if that defensive coaching staff just said simply, go get the ball. It's exactly what they do, and it totally changes the complexion of this second half.
Offense up to the line fast. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Commanders will have a first. Daniels from the pistol. Complete out to the right. They deliver a shot before he can get to the line.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
Play fake here, Daniels. He's throwing deep to the left side. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. It's 2 yards on the gain, and now it'll be second and goal. Motioning him from the slot right. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
We call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
Daniels, third and goal. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. The close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tight games, you've got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with a big hit to keep points off the board. In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, first and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He's trying to go deep again. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York. The Giants shrinking the lead some in the third. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. Moody knocks that extra point through. And the Giants cut it to a field goal game. Raleigh set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Here's Duvernay on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Another try following the sack. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
And this one does not go far. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Looking to throw. Finds his fullback. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
On first down, here's Daniels. Underneath it goes, catch made by the running back. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field you could depend on.
And they had that one contained right at the line. That was Kayvon Thibodeau there to wrap him up. No gain on second down, and they need 2 here on third.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Oh, and they're going to have their fullback try and power for it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what I call a nice tendency buster right there. Works to the tune of a new set of downs. Really got some nice yardage, and it wouldn't be surprising to see that call used again in a similar spot.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it sets up second down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. That was Xavier McKinney that time with the tackle. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. The Commanders ready for the punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And he's out of bounds. Not the return that he had drawn up. No way. And actually loses yards. And after the punch, the offense comes out onto the field. And it'll be Giants football. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. It was Mike Sanders still on that side. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Giants football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. Second down now, 7 to go. A handoff to Tracy. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They've got a man in motion. Milton now. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And he's brought down for a loss.
This game has evolved so much over the years, but there's just certain times, there's certain moments, some flashes of greatness like that you see Dick Butkus, that you see Jack Lambert, that you see Mike Singletary. These middle linebackers stuffing a run. This guy in particular, like the great...
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Cameron Bynum. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. Defense getting in on the fun, Brock, with that 4th quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick 6.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense, and when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
18, Pioneer.
Back to the air following the pick six. Chased out to his right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time in secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
18, Street. Check go.
2nd and 10 now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Trap 60. Here we go. Set. Cut 19. Cut. Panther 11. Ready.
To throw, Milton. That finds the rookie from Wisconsin. Complete. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. They are throwing it again. Completed over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here we go.
Now Milton to throw. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he will score. Touchdown, New York. The Giants make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. They can tack on one more now, bring things back to within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him, a field goal, to tie this game in the 4th. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Chooses to bring this one out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Daniels back to throw. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
Oh, look at those savvy linebackers. They're just right in the middle of everything, aren't they, Kate? And it seems like at times they are the quickest reactions as well. You needed a quick one right there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
On 2nd and 10 now, Daniels. On the move, headed right. He's running with it. And he's able to cross the 40 before going out. It's a gain of 22. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st. Out of the gun, Daniels. They did it! He made the interception! Picked up by Andrew Phillips.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie. Right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
Hits him on the out route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about a big hitter, 30-40 yards there and a new set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Let's take 19. Come on. Set. 18, Pioneer. 19 tight. 7 Pirates.
Milton has his man, it's Tracy. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10.
Tag. 18, Cougar 19.
On the handoff, this is Tracy. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. All right, here we go. Second down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He completes it in traffic. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous...
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Giants take a fourth-quarter lead. A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants take a 4-point lead. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Flush down out to his left. He's on the move. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. And he's out of bounds past midfield. Commanders needing 4 points. Back to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked up by Andrew Phillips. And the Giants make the play that should win them this game. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. It's Tracy on the carry. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Washington calls it second timeout. Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. A tight end in motion now. Here's Tracy once more. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. Final timeout taken by the Commanders, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. They go right back to Tracy. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
The Commanders going dime here to defend this third down. They run. Here's Tracy. Gets the first inside the 45. And they'll finally bring him down at the 22. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
I'll tell you what, Kate, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot. And now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Giants come away with the win. And partner, I know you took down plenty of division rivals in your NFL days. Heck, your conference opponents back in Washington in your college days always makes the win a little bit sweeter when it comes against a rival, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's just a little bit more emotion. There just is.
Yeah.
I mean, you try to keep every game level and no opponent's bigger